Hello everyone, welcome back in Rai Smart Classes. As a part of MCQ Marathon series, today we will discuss MCQs of Class 10 Science Chapter 7 Control and Coordination. These MCQs are very important and useful for cbse board and other board exam preparation. Now let us start the question. What is the function of pituitary gland? Option A, to regulate sugar and salt level in the body. Option B, to initiate metabolism in the body. Option C, to stimulate growth in all organs. Option D, to develop sex organ in males. पिट्यूटरी ग्लैंड्स का क्या फंक्शन है? करेक्ट आंसर है टू स्टिमुलेट ग्रोथ इन ऑल ऑर्गन्स. ऑप्शन सी इज करेक्ट. Which plant hormones promotes dormancy in seeds and buds? कौन सा प्लांट हार्मोन जो है सीड्स और बर्ड्स में डोर्मेंसी को प्रमोट करता है? ऑप्शन ए एब्सिसिक एसिड. ऑप्शन बी साइटोकिनिन. ऑप्शन सी ऑक्सिन. ऑप्शन डी गिबरेलिन. करेक्ट आंसर इज ऑप्शन ए एब्सिसिक एसिड. एब्सिसिक एसिड hormones promotes dormancy in seeds and buds. Which of the following is the control and coordination center in humans? Option A, endocrine system. Option B, respiratory system. Option C, peripheral nerve system. Option D, brain and spinal cord. ह्यूमन का कंट्रोल और कोऑर्डिनेशन सेंटर जो है क्या है? ब्रेन एंड स्पाइनल कोड. दैट इज द करेक्ट आंसर. In a snippet, chemical signal is transmitted from option A, axon to cell body of same neuron. Option B, axonal end of one neuron to dendrite of another neuron. Option C, cell body to axonal end of same neuron. Option D, from dendrite of one neuron to anaxal end of other neuron. तो स्नैपेज में जो केमिकल सिग्नल ट्रांसमिट होता है वो axonal end of one neuron to dendrite of another neuron. Option B is correct. Which of the following statement is correct about receptor? Option A, gastric receptor detect taste while olfactory receptors detect smell. Option B, both gastric and olfactory receptor detect smell. Option C, auditory receptor detect smell and olfactory receptors detect taste. Option D, olfactory receptors detect taste and gustatory receptor smell. करेक्ट जो आंसर है वो क्या है? ऑप्शन ए, गस्टेटरी रिसेप्टर डिटेक्ट टेस्ट while olfactory receptor detect smell. That is the correct option. Which of the following is a plant hormone? Option A, insulin. Option B, thyroxine. Option C, estrogen. Option C, cytokinin. Correct answer is option D, cytokinin is a plant hormone. Which among the following disease is not sexually transmitted? Option A, hepatitis. Option B, HIV, AIDS. Option C, gonorrhea. Option C, syphilis. Correct answer is option A, hepatitis. Hepatitis is not transmitted through sexual transmission. The brain is responsible for option A, thinking. Option B, regulating the heartbeat. Option C, balancing the body. ऑप्शन डी ऑल ऑफ द ब्रेन किस लिए रिस्पॉन्सिबल है? थिंकिंग के लिए भी रिस्पॉन्सिबल है, हार्ट बीट रेगुलेशन के लिए, बैलेंसिंग द बॉडी. दैट मीन्स की करेक्ट आंसर इज ऑल द थिंग्स, थिंकिंग, रेगुलेटिंग द हार्ट बीट, बैलेंसिंग द बॉडी, द ब्रेन इज रिस्पॉन्सिबल. दैट मीन्स की ऑप्शन डी इज करेक्ट. When a person is suffering from severe cold, he or she cannot, option A, differentiate the smell of perfume from that of an agarbatti. Option B, differentiate red light from the green light. Option C, differentiate the taste of an apple from that of an ice cream. Option D, differentiate a hot object from a cold object. अगर कोई पर्सन कोल्ड से सफर है, पीड़ित है, तो वो क्या नहीं कर सकते? डिफ्रेंशिएट द स्मेल ऑफ परफ्यूम फ्रॉम दैट ऑफ एन अगरबत्ती. जो स्मेल है अगरबत्ती का वो डिफ्रेंशिएट नहीं कर पाएगा. दैट मीन्स की ऑप्शन ए इज करेक्ट. A female is suffering from an irregular menstrual cycle. The doctor prescribed her some hormonal tablets. Which option shows that the hormone she lacks in her body is from the endocrine gland? Option A, testosterone. Option B, adrenaline. Option C, estrogen. Option D, thyroxine. फीमेल है जो मिनिस्ट्रल इरेगुलर मिनिस्ट्रल साइकिल से पीड़ित है, डॉक्टर उसको हार्मोनल टेबलेट्स प्रिस्क्राइब कर रहे हैं. किस हार्मोन की कमी के चलते एंडोक्राइन ग्लैंड से किस हार्मोन की कमी आ रही? करेक्ट आंसर एस्ट्रोजन की. जो lack of estrogen, a female is suffering from an irregular menstrual cycle. Response of plant roots towards water is called option A, geotropism. Option B, phototropism. Option C, chemotropism. Option D, hydrotropism. Correct answer is option D, hydrotropism. Response of plant root towards water is called hydrotropism. The human nerve system is divided into two parts. Option A, central nerve system and autonomic nerve system. Option B, central nerve system and peripheral nerve system. Option C, peripheral nerve system and autonomic nerve system. Option D, central nerve system and enteric nerve system. जो ह्यूमन नर्व सिस्टम है वो दो पार्ट में डिवाइड होता है. किस किस में? सेंट्रल नर्व सिस्टम एंड पेरिफेरल नर्व सिस्टम. दैट मीन्स की ऑप्शन बी इज करेक्ट. Who receive the sensory impulse and convey to proper part of brain for further processes? Option A, hypothalamus. Option B, cerebellum. Option B, cerebrum. Option D, medulla. Correct answer is hypothalamus. Hypothalamus receive the sensory impulse and convey the proper part of brain for further processes. Option A is correct. In a neuron, the conversion of electrical signal to a chemical signal occurs at option A, cell body. Option B, axonal end. Option C, dendritic end. Option D, axon. Correct answer is option B, axonal end. In neuron, the conversion of electrical signal to a chemical signal occur at axonal end. Next question. Read the following sentences carefully and choose the incorrect one. स्टेटमेंट दिए हुए हैं, इसको देखना है, इसमें बताना है कौन सा इनकरेक्ट। क्या ऑप्शन है? ऑप्शन ए, paramecium and amoeba dividing or reproducing by the method of binary fusion. Option B, in multiple fusion, the parent organism divides to form many new organisms at the same time. Option C, in binary fusion, the parent organism divides to form 3 new organisms. Option D, many single-celled organisms like protozoa and bacteria just split into two identical halves during cell division, leading to the creation of new organisms and called fusion. In the following, which one is correct? Incorrect one. Option C. In binary fusion, the parent organisms divides to form 3 new organisms. That is a incorrect statement. That means कि option C is correct. Which endocrine gland is called master gland? Option A, pituitary. Option B, adrenal. Option C, pancreas. Option D, thyroid. Pituitary gland is called master gland or endocrine gland. Pituitary gland is master gland. Option A is correct. The brain is lodged inside the cavity of the skull known as option A, dura mater, option B, meninx, option C, cranium, option D, pia mater. तो ब्रेन कहाँ लॉन्च होता है? स्कल में, क्रेनियम में. ऑप्शन सी इज करेक्ट. Which part of brain control blood pressure? Option A, cord, skull, cerebellum. Option B, spinal cord, skull, hypothalamus. Option C, pons, medulla, cerebellum. Option D, pons, medulla, pituitary. ब्रेन, कौन सा ब्रेन का पार्ट ब्लड प्रेशर कंट्रोल करता है? pons, medulla and cerebellum. Option C is correct. Which plant hormone promotes cell division? Option A, auxin. Option B, gibberellin. Option C, cytonin. Option D, abscisic acid. Correct answer is option C, cytonin. जो प्लांट है वो प्रमोट करता है सेल डिवीजन के लिए. तो साइटोनिन प्लांट हार्मोन्स प्रमोट्स सेल डिवीजन. ऑप्शन सी इज करेक्ट. The chemical messenger released by endocrine gland are called option A, hormones. Option B, neurotransmitter. Option D, digestive juice. Option D, enzymes. तो जो केमिकल मैसेंजर एंडोक्राइन ग्लैंड के द्वारा रिलीज होता है वो क्या कहलाता है? हार्मोन्स. ऑप्शन ए इज करेक्ट. Groups of neurons that make hundreds of synaptic connections with each other and work together are option A, ganglia. Option B, neuronal pool. Option C, somatic system. ऑप्शन डी, ऑटोनोमिक सिस्टम. जो ग्रुप ऑफ न्यूरॉन्स में के 100 ऑफ सिनेप्टिक कनेक्शन जो बनाते हैं और एक साथ काम करते हैं वो क्या बोले जाते हैं? गैंग्लिया. ऑप्शन ए इज करेक्ट. Which hormone brings about the development of the mammary gland? Option A, estrogen. Option B, relaxin. Option C, progesterone. Option D, oxytocin. Correct answer is option A, estrogen hormone brings about the development of the mammary gland. Cortisons are secreted by option A, pancreatic gland, option B, adrenal gland, option C, pituitary gland, option D, thyroid gland. Correct answer is option B, adrenal gland. Cortisons are secreted by adrenal gland. Any changes in the environment to which an organism responds is called option A, stimulus, option B, hormone, option C, response, option D, कोऑर्डिनेशन. कोई भी इन्वायरमेंट में चेंज होता है तो जो ऑर्गेनिज्म है वो रिस्पॉन्ड करता है, वो क्या कहलाता है? स्टिमुलस. ऑप्शन ए इज करेक्ट. The correct sequence of organs in the male reproductive system for transport of sperms is option A, testis, then vas deferens, then urethra. Option B, testis, then vas deferens, then ureter. Option C, testis, then urethra, then ureter. Option D, testis, then ureter, then urethra. तो करेक्ट सिस्टम ऑफ ऑर्गन्स क्या है? ऑप्शन ए, टेस्टिस, देन वास डिफरेंस, देन यूरेथ्रा. दैट इज द करेक्ट आंसर. Rhythm of sleep in our body is controlled by option A, thymus gland, option B, pineal gland, option C, adrenocorticotropic hormone ACTH, ऑप्शन डी, एंटी डायूरेटिक हार्मोन एडीएच. तो जो स्लीप का रिदम हमारे बॉडी में किसके थ्रू कंट्रोल होता है? पिनल ग्लैंड के थ्रू. ऑप्शन बी इज करेक्ट. Which is the correct sequence of the component of reflex arc? Option A, receptors, then muscles, then sensory neuron, then motor neuron, then spinal cord. Option B, receptors, then motor neuron, then spinal cord, then sensory neuron, then muscle. Option C, receptors, then spinal cord, then sensory neuron, then motor neuron, then muscle. Option D, receptor, then sensory neuron, then spinal cord, then motor neuron, then muscle. तो जो करेक्ट सीक्वेंस ऑफ द कंपोनेंट ऑफ रिफ्लेक्स आर्क क्या है? ऑप्शन डी इज करेक्ट. रिसेप्टर्स, देन सेंसरी न्यूरॉन्स, देन स्पाइनल कोड, देन मोटर न्यूरॉन, देन मसल. दैट इज द करेक्ट सीक्वेंस ऑफ द कंपोनेंट ऑफ रिफ्लेक्स आर्क. Which of the following glands is responsible for the regulation of metabolism? Option A, thyroid gland. Option B, pituitary gland. Option C, adrenal gland. Option D, pancreas. Correct answer is option A. Thyroid gland is responsible for the regulation of metabolism. Next question. The growth of the tendrils in pea plants is due to option A, rapid cell divisions in tendrilar cells that are away from the support. Option B, effect of light. Option C, effect of gravity. Option D, rapid cell division in tendrilar cells in contact with the support. तो जो ग्रोथ टेंड्रिल्स का भी प्लांट में होता है ड्यू टू रैपिड सेल डिवीजन इन टेंड्रिलर सेल्स दैट आर अवे फ्रॉम द सपोर्ट. ऑप्शन ए इज करेक्ट. Female sex hormone is option A adrenaline, option B androgen, option C estrogen, option D insulin. Correct answer is option C estrogen is the female sex hormone. A part of the body which responds to the instructions sent from nerve system is called option A receptor, option B effector, option C nerves, option D muscles. Correct answer is effector. A part of body which respond to instructions sent from nerve system is called effector. Vegetative propagation refers to formation of new plants from option A stem, leaves and flowers, option B stems, roots and leaves, option C stem, flowers and fruits, ऑप्शन डी स्टेम रूट्स एंड फ्लावर्स. तो जो वेजिटेटिव प्रोपोगेशन refers to formation of new plants from stems, roots and leaves. Option B is correct. The skeletal muscles are controlled by which nerve system? Option A somatic nerve system, option B autonomic nerve system, option C glial cells, option D central nerve system. The skeletal muscles are controlled by autonomic nerve system. Option B is correct. Next question. When we touch the leaves of touch me not plant, they begin to fold up and drop. How does the plant communicate the information of touch? जब हम टच मी नॉट प्लांट को लिप्स को टच करते हैं तो क्या होता है? फोल्ड होने लगता है और गिर जाता है. प्लांट क्या इंफॉर्मेशन कम्युनिकेट करता है जब हम टच करते हैं? ऑप्शन ए द प्लांट यूज इलेक्ट्रिकल सिग्नल टू ट्रांसफर इंफॉर्मेशन फ्रॉम द एक्सटर्नल एनवायरनमेंट टू सेल्स. ऑप्शन बी द प्लांट यूज electrical chemical signals to transfer the information from cell to cell. Option C plant use electrical chemical signals to transfer the information from tissue to specialized cells. Option D the plant uses electrical signals to transfer information from cell to specialized tissue. जो टच मी नॉट प्लांट है जब हम छूते हैं और वो फोल्ड होके गिर जाता है तो जो कम्युनिकेट करता है, क्या इंफॉर्मेशन कम्युनिकेट करता है जब हम छूते हैं? द प्लांट यूज इलेक्ट्रिकल केमिकल सिग्नल्स टू ट्रांसफर इंफॉर्मेशन फ्रॉम सेल टू सेल. दैट मीन्स कि ऑप्शन बी इज करेक्ट. विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट इज ट्रू? Option 1 sudden action in response to something in the environment is called reflex action. Option 2 sensory neurons carry signals from the spinal cord to muscles. Option 3 motor neuron carry signals from receptors to the spinal cord. Option 4 the path through which signals are transmitted from a receptor to a muscle or a gland is called the reflex arc. So the correct statement is 1 and 4. That means कि option C is correct. 1 and 4. Sudden action in response to something in the environment is called reflex action. That is the correct answer. And the path through which signals are transmitted from a receptor to a muscle or a gland is called the reflex arc. That is also a true statement. The hormone responsible for the regulation of blood glucose level is option A insulin, option B thyroxine, option C adrenaline, option D glucagon. Correct answer is option A insulin. Insulin is responsible for the regulation of blood glucose level. In a flower, the parts that produce male and female gametes germ cell are option A stamen and another, option B stamen and style, option C another and ovary, option D filament and stigma. In flower, the part that produce male and female gametes are another and ovary. Option C is correct. Dwarfism results by option A excess secretion of thyroxine, option B less secretion of growth hormones, option C less secretion of adrenaline, option D excess secretion of growth hormone. जो dwarfism results by less secretion of growth hormone. ऑप्शन बी इज करेक्ट. यहाँ पे ऑप्शन ए लिखा हुआ है, ये गलत है. ऑप्शन बी लेस सिक्रेशन ऑफ ग्रोथ हार्मोन रिजल्ट बाय डॉर्फिन. डॉर्फिन रिजल्ट ड्यू टू लेस सिक्रेशन ऑफ ग्रोथ हार्मोन. Insulin is secreted by option A liver, option B stomach, option C pancreas, option D kidneys. Correct answer is C of pancreas. Insulin is secreted by pancreas. Which structure become very active in case of emergency? Option A thyroid gland, option B adrenal cortex, option C pancreas, option D adrenal medulla. In case of emergency, which structure become very active? Option D adrenal medulla. The longest fiber of filament on cell body of a neuron is called option A sheath, option B cytoplasm, option C axon, option D dendrites. तो जो लॉन्गेस्ट फाइबर ऑफ फिलामेंट जो सेल बॉडी ऑफ न्यूरॉन में होते हैं दैट इज कॉल्ड axon. Option C is correct. Consider the following statement and choose the correct one. Option A, the age at which the sex hormones or gametes begin to be produced and the boy and girl become sexual mature is called puberty. Option B, the testes produced the male sex hormone called testosterone and the ovaries produce two female sex hormones, estrogen and progesterone. Option C, the secretion of seminal vessels and prostate gland provide nutrition to the sperms and also make their further transport easier. Option D, all of the above. तो क्या कर रहा है? कंसिडर द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट एंड चूज द करेक्ट वन. दैट मीन्स कि all the above statement A, B and C are correct. That means कि option D all the above is correct. The sense of a smell is detected by option A touch receptor, option B olfactory receptor, option C taste buds, option D none of them. The sense of a smell is detected by olfactory receptor. Option B is correct. Posture and balance of the body is controlled by option A cerebrum, option B cerebellum, option C medulla, option D bones. Posture and balance of the body is controlled by cerebellum. Option B is correct. The visceral nerve system controls and integrates the function of option A urinary bladder, option B blood vessels, option C heart, option D all of the above. Correct answer is option D all of the above. That means कि urinary bladder, blood vessels and heart. जो visceral nerve system control and regulates the function of urinary bladder, blood vessels and heart. Which of the following statements are true about the brain? Option 1. The main thinking part of the brain is hindbrain. Option 2. Center of hearing, smell, memory, sights are located in the forebrain. Option 3. Salivation, vomiting and blood pressure is controlled by the medulla in the hindbrain. Option 4. The cerebellum does not control the posture and balance of the body. The correct statement about brain is option 2nd and 3rd. That means B is correct. Center of hearing, smell, memory, sights are located in the forebrain, and salivation, vomiting and blood pressure is controlled by the medulla in the hindbrain. That is the correct statement about brain. Spinal cord originates from option A cerebrum, option B medulla, option C bones, option D cerebellum. Spinal cord originates from medulla. Option B is correct. The movement of the shoot towards light is geotropism. Option B hydrotropism. Option C chemotropism. Option D phototropism. Correct answer is option D phototropism. The movement of the shoot towards light is phototropism. Iodine is necessary for the synthesis of which hormone? Option A adrenaline, option B thyroxine, option C ऑक्सीन, ऑप्शन डी इंसुलिन. आयोडीन किसके लिए नेसेसरी है, किस हार्मोन के लिए? थायरॉक्सिन. ऑप्शन बी इज करेक्ट. Growth, mental development and tissue differentiation is controlled by option A glucogen, ऑप्शन बी पराथ हार्मोन और इसको पाराथायरॉयड हार्मोन भी कहते हैं, ऑप्शन सी थायरॉक्सिन, ऑप्शन डी कार्टिसोल. Growth, mental development and tissues differentiation is controlled by thyroxine. Option C is correct. Heartbeat is increased by option A thyroxine, option B adrenaline, option C glucogen, option D gastrin. Heartbeat is increased by adrenaline. Option B is correct. Which nerve transmits impulse from the central nerve system towards muscle cell? Option A, cranial nerves. Option B, motor nerves. Option C, sensory nerves. Option D, relay nerves. Motor nerves transmit impulse from the central nerve system towards muscle cells. Option B is correct. Main function of cerebrum is option A, memory. Option B, balancing. Option C, hearing. Option D, thinking. Main function of cerebrum is ऑप्शन डी थिंकिंग. सेरेब्रम का जो मेन फंक्शन क्या है? थिंकिंग, सोचने का. ब्रीथिंग इज कंट्रोल्ड बाय विच पार्ट ऑफ द ब्रेन? ऑप्शन ए सेरेब्रम. ऑप्शन बी सेरेबलम. ऑप्शन सी hypothalamus. ऑप्शन डी मेडुला ऑब्लंगटा. ब्रीथिंग इज कंट्रोल्ड बाय मेडुला ऑब्लंगटा ऑफ द ब्रेन. जो ब्रेन के मेडुला ऑब्लंगटा है वो ब्रीथिंग को कंट्रोल करता है. दैट मीन्स कि ऑप्शन डी इज करेक्ट. Which of the following acts as both endocrine and exocrine gland? Option A thyroid, option B adrenal, option C pancreas, option D liver. Correct answer is pancreas. Pancreas acts as both endocrine and exocrine gland. In rhizopus, tubular thread-like structures bearing spongia at their tips are called A. Hive, B. Rhizoids, C. Roots, D. Filaments. In rhizopus, tubular thread-like structures bearing spongia at their tips are called hyphae. Option A is correct. Which of the following is the main neurotransmitter involved in muscle contraction? Option A adrenaline. Option B acetylcholine. Option C serotonin. Option D dopamine. Correct answer is option B. Acetylcholine is the main neurotransmitter involved in muscle contraction. The growth of pollen tube towards ovules is due to option A hydrotropism, option B chemotropism, option C geotropism, option D phototropism. Correct answer is option B chemotropism. The growth of pollen tubes towards ovules is due to chemotropism. Involuntary actions in the body are controlled by option A medulla in forebrain, option B medulla in midbrain, option C medulla in hindbrain, option D medulla in spinal cord. Correct answer is option C medulla in hindbrain. Involuntary action in the body are controlled by medulla in hindbrain. Which of the following endocrine glands does not exist in pairs? Option A testis, option B adrenal, option C pituitary, option D ovary. Correct answer is option C pituitary glands does not exist in pair. Progesterone is secreted by option A pituitary, option B thyroid, option C testes, option D ovary. Correct answer is option D. Progesterone is secreted by ovary. Water is due to the hyposecretion of ऑप्शन ए थायरॉक्सिन, ऑप्शन बी कैल्सिटोनिन, ऑप्शन सी प्रोलैक्सन, ऑप्शन डी इंसुलिन. Correct answer is option A, thyroxine. Goiter is due to the hyposecretion of thyroxine. Which of the following is not an involuntary action? Option A, vomiting. Option B, salivation. Option C, heartbeat. Option D, chewing. Correct answer, chewing is not an involuntary action. Which statement is not true about thyroxine? Option A, iron is essential for the synthesis of thyroxine. Option B, it regulates carbohydrates, protein and fat metabolism in the body. Option C, the thyroid gland requires iodine to synthesize thyroxine. Option D, thyroxine is called the thyroid hormone. The statement that is not correct about thyroxine is option A, iron is essential for the synthesis of thyroxine. The hormone which increases fertility in males is called option A, estrogen, option B, testosterone, option C, insulin, option D, growth hormone. Correct answer is option B, testosterone. Testosterone hormone which increase fertility in males is called testosterone. Option B is correct. In human body, which part of the brain controls the feeling of pleasure, sex and anger? Option A, medulla oblongata. Option B, cerebrum. Option C, diencephalon. Option D, cerebellum. ह्यूमन बॉडी में कौन सा पार्ट जो है वो कंट्रोल फीलिंग ऑफ प्लीजर सेक्स एंड एंगर के लिए ब्रेन में है? दैट इज ऑप्शन सी, डायएन्सेफेलॉन of the brain controls the feeling of pleasure, sex and anger. That means कि option C is correct. तो आज चैप्टर MCQ जो कंट्रोल एंड कोऑर्डिनेशन का समाप्त होता है और हम उम्मीद करते हैं कि आप समझे होंगे और जितनी बार आप रिवाइज करेंगे और अपने से भी सुनने के अलावा अगर अपने से रीड करते हैं उतने ही और ज़्यादा आपके दिमाग में ये बैठता जाएगा. तो आज ये यहीं समाप्त करते हैं. नेक्स्ट सेशन में नेक्स्ट चैप्टर पर MCQs करेंगे. ये सारे MCQs जो CBSE बोर्ड एग्ज़ाम आने वाले हैं उसके लिए बहुत ही उपयोगी है. तैयारी कीजिए. थैंक यू.